Rebecca Soni, we just ran and
Yes.
swam.
Yes.
How do you like it here?
It's awesome. It's beautiful. I mean, the colors in the sea when we were swimming were just so beautiful. I know I was swimming slow. You were probably like, why is she so slow? But
You were
I was
fast.
just enjoying
I couldn't
it.
breathe. I couldn't breathe.
I was just enjoying the beautiful. It's wonderful here.
And you're a U.S. Olympic
Yeah.
gold medalist.
Yeah.
You broke a world record, and you talked to me about the pressure and the stress before London.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. How does an Olympic gold medalist feel before?
I mean, it's a crazy experience, all of it. And to be able to do it twice is really, really cool. But the second time, there is a lot of pressure, there is a lot of stress. You're the returning champion, and everyone expects you to do it again, and you expect yourself to do it again. So it it was a great experience, and I loved the London 2012 games. It was fantastic. But
Do you sleep before the big event?
yeah, I mean, you have to learn how. So you definitely, I remember laying in bed just, there's no way I'm going to sleep, and then somehow eventually you fall asleep. But there is a lot of emotional and mindset and mental challenges that go along with these big high performance races. And
So how do you work on your mind before the race, just to be with your zone? How do you do it?
you just have to practice beforehand. So you can't just show up and expect that it's going to be just like training, because it's not. The stands are packed, it's a lot more emotionally, and everything's different. So it's just whether it's visualizing, running it through in your head, that really does train yourself as if you're doing it all the time. And just knowing what you want, being really clear on how you want to feel behind the blocks. Not just showing up and, I feel all right, but I want to be confident. I want to be strong. I want to be, in control. I want to be, I'm going to be nervous, but that's good. And so you just need to have a pretty good understanding of yourself and your body and your emotions and all that should be there at that moment.
Is it more stressful, the relay?
Less. It's fun. It's fun. And for the medley relay, you swim faster. Well, it's combined energy. It's a lot more fun. You're less stressed. Your teammates are having a good time. We're dancing in the ready room, and for the medley relay was the last day always.
Wow.
So you're done. It's emotional, and you're almost done with everything, and you're almost like 8 days of competition over, and you can finally relax. And so there's a lot of energy that's not just relying on you, and it just brings it out of you to swim faster. So relays are really fun.
And what do you do the day after? It's like climbing a huge building,
Yeah.
and then going down. How do you deal with it?
Yeah, well, the day after, you're still there. You're still having fun, you're enjoying your family and friends, and you're still in the vibe. And swimming is the first week of the Olympics, so I hang around and watch the other events and still just in the moment. But it's when you go home. It's when you go home and the energy comes down that things start to change. And it is really challenging for all athletes of any caliber, really anybody that has a change in their identity of sorts. I did this one thing, now I don't. What do I do? So, I mean, for me, the best thing that I could have done was just accept it. A lot of athletes will say, this is wrong, this isn't good, and it doesn't feel good, but you just have to say it's okay for it to not feel good for a little while, and I accept that, and this is a big change, and I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
You still look amazing after most swimmers just can't balance the weight after stopping training.
I mean, some do a great job. I think we just see the ones that don't, maybe. But at the same time, I've always been really passionate about health and fitness and nutrition, and I like to feel good. I still swim, I still run. I'm training for a crazy long endurance race in a couple months.
70 kilometers, not 17.
70, yes.
70, okay.
Yes, swimming and running combination. So, it's been good, and I like the challenge of running. As a swimmer, I'm not used to the stress and it's like I never realized there was so much technique and so much you can build and grow. Of course, I knew that it was there, but I didn't know how it was just like swimming. It's just a different version. So I really enjoy the new challenges that I seek out, and it's fun for me. I live by the beach in Los Angeles, so it's just so great to be outside. It's just, you can't help but want to be fit and active in an environment like this, and I really enjoy it.
You don't want the competition. You just want to do sports and smile and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, inspire other people to do sport and to work on themselves.
Yeah.
So no more competitions?
Well, I
For
mean,
now.
I don't. No, not for. I think sports is great, and there's a lot to be said for the good parts of sports and competing, and the team aspects are fantastic. But for me, I've loved transitioning more into adventure and being outside and just the experience of every day, instead of just, a competition towards dropping 1/100th of a second.
And you're doing something pretty amazing right now. You're building Olympic athletes to work with kids,
Yes.
which is a huge thing, very important thing to do.
Yeah.
How do you start it?
Yeah, it came about from me wanting to share my experiences, and I didn't really have a way to do that other than swim lessons or clinics, which is great, but I'm not a coach, and honestly, I didn't feel like I was that good at it. And so it took me a while to realize, well, it wasn't that I was good at as an athlete, it was the mindset. It was, how am I approaching every day in practice? How am I approaching my competitions? And I realized after a lot of processing, that's where I excelled as an athlete. It wasn't because I was the biggest or strongest, but because I knew how to be mentally prepared. And so myself and a good friend of mine, Caroline Burkle, also an Olympian, joined forces and are building a program called Rise, which is all about the mindset and mentoring from Olympians to young athletes. So we talk about what goes into training, but mentally. We talk about how to build confidence, how to build these skills that, usually we think that I have it or I don't. I'm confident or I'm not. I'm always too nervous or I can't. And so we actually build and develop that over time.
But everybody needs it.
Yes.
Everybody needs to work on the mind in order to succeed. It's not only kids.
Yeah.
What age do you start?
We start 13 and up. So we like to work with athletes when they are still young enough, but also have gone through a little bit of challenge. When they're younger than that, it's all really fun and great and new, and that's fantastic. Let them enjoy that.
Can I be a kid again to get up? Because before a competition, I went to the toilet for 7 times.
Yeah.
Just from fearing
Yeah.
and stress.
Yes.
From the competition.
And there is so much to learn and to understand, and it's not just learning about competition. That happens, absolutely, but it's learning about yourself as a young athlete, or even the Olympians. We're multi-purpose. We help the next generation, and we help the generation that's coming out of the sport, or all sports. We're not just swimming. We're across every sport, and creating a community of Olympians and our peers and people that are going through the same things that we are.
So it's almost the same purpose Olympians needed as well.
Yes.
Work and just do something for the mind.
Yeah. So it's very rewarding for me to be able to work with a good friend of mine and a whole team of peers, and then to see the connections that are being made with other Olympians and their kids who I'm not as in touch with, but I know that I helped facilitate that, and that's an amazing feeling for me.
So when Coach said, I want it, how do they start? How do you come, or the Olympians come to work in different countries?
Yeah.
It's going to be global,
It's
right?
all online. So we do it all online for that reason, so that we can reach more people. It's easy. We're not a one-hit thing. It's not a quick motivational, but we're over time. We do seasons, just like you train in seasons. We coach in seasons so that you can actually create lasting change. And it's just easier when you do it online. Your mom and dad don't have to drive you anywhere, It just saves time, and it makes it easy into your schedule. So it's all online based, which is fantastic. We do video calls, so you're still getting face-to-face with your mentor. Yeah, so it's all online right now at riseeliteathletes.com.
Wow.
And we have a lot of stuff going on that's coming soon, so I don't want to say too much, but we have a lot in the works, and it's just been really fun. Very fun.
It's really great.
Yeah.
Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you.